This is Jussi, and welcome to All Microtonal, where we try to hear between the notes. So, hello to all of you microdosers out there who are interested in this kind of stuff. Today we are looking at Microtonal Heavy Metal. So I found this excellent writing about the subject in tildes.net from a user called iQuire. It's kind of an internet blog. I will put a link down in the description if you want to check it out. But there's a lot of microtonal theory at first, but there's a long list of recommendations you could check out from many different microtonal genres. And today we are looking at the heavy stuff. Okay, let's get down to business. The first in this iQuire's list is a band called Syzygy. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It means very many things. I put a Wikipedia site here. You can see many meanings of the word. And it's an microtonal stoner doom band in 10 EDO, which means the guitars they are using, they have divided the octave into 10 notes. And it sounds quite pleasant. It's unintuitive that it will sound good, but it does sound very good. It has a nice Black Sabbath-y vibe sometimes. Sometimes the singer is struggling with the high notes, but in overall, they have a nice structure in the songs, nice cadences. The singer is singing microtonal notes only in the last song of the EP, in my point of view, if I'm hearing it right. But without further ado, let's hear how they sound. Okay, next in the line, we have a band called an Agonanist, not to be confused with the Agonist. That is a big name in heavy metal. This is a black metal band, and as you can imagine, the black metal bands are very prone to using microtonal stuff. Good atmosphere, very dissonant, because they're using probably 17 EDO. There's a very much diversity in the songs. Some are piano ballads, some are very harsh black metal. And the 17 EDO is not really working in the piano ballads, but in the black metal side of things, they are doing a great job. It's a strength, but also a weakness to have so diverse EP. So if you like big changes in the songs, this could be your cup of tea. But otherwise, it's not a very coherent whole. But let's hear them out. How does it all sound? Next in the iQuire's list, we have a Cryptic Ruse, one-man sludge doom band. The man behind it all is Igliashon Jones. If I'm not pronouncing it right. Don't be mad at me. It's impossible to pronounce. I should make a whole episode about him. He has been involved in many bands and has a microbrewery. Of course, he has a microbrewery. Microtonal, microbrewery. Get it? But today we are concentrating on two of his heavy metal bands. Cryptic Ruse is using 23 EDO, which is very dissonant. There's not much consonance because there is no clean thirds or fifths or septimal chords. So you cannot make like a normal minor or major type of chord in 23 EDO. But I still kind of like it. Only 3 of the songs has vocals, but that's okay. I found a document, actually I bought it from Bandcamp, telling Iglesias telling about his process of making the album with 23 EDO guitar, and he says he's using antidiatonic, dodecaphonic, or semaphore scales. To be honest, I don't know anything about these scales, but dear listeners, I will ensure you that I will try to find out more. This is a work in progress. The Rome wasn't built in a day, neither was microtonal knowledge. But anyway, there I found his other bands like Mercury Tree. And this Mercury Tree is one of my favorite bands in this list. They have made 2 albums in 17 EDO, Spider Milk and Self-Similar. They're using 17 EDO guitars, but also introduce instruments like dulcimer. Sometimes the music they're producing reminds me of Carnival or Dillinger Escape Plan or Placebo or Radiohead or even Mew. Sometimes more like Yes or Rush even. First they feel very alien, but then it has something that draws me back time and time after again. So give them a listen. I sincerely hope so. Here they are. Next we have our last Sacrament, and the guitarist is Ron Sword, who is a luthier who has done all his guitars. They are using 16 EDO, which provides a nice minor chord. There's also an interview in the net about Ron Sword. I think 350,000 views. Ron Sword started making microtonal guitars and microtonal scale books and advanced into making death metal. Sometimes the album sounds great, and sometimes the solos also with the very unique scales sound awesome or unique at least, but sometimes they feel separate from the chords underneath the solo. There's one thing in mixing, because some instruments are mixed like fade in, fade out type of thing. So they are big volume in some parts and small volume in other parts. It kind of bothers me. Here is Last Sacrament for you. second to last in the line, there is Scarcity with their 72 EDO music. And you are asking me, how is this possible? To be honest, I don't know. But their atmospheric black metal, very slow movements in the harmony. Scarcity's music is close to being noise sometimes, but also it reminds me of like minimalist composers adding some one voice to the chord. Very, very nice, creeping, sorrowy atmosphere going on there. Screams and blast beats are only in the background, not so prominent. And also nice to hear a black metal band that is not afraid of using a major chord. That I like very much. Here they are. Last in the list, we have a band called Victory Over the Sun, which has a female protagonist. It's nice to see some other gender color in the heavy metal scene, which is very prominently male. Unfortunately, the Victory Over the Sun is not really my cup of tea. It is very basic, blackened death metal with quite normal sounding atmosphere. So it doesn't benefit so much from using the microtonal scale. But again, what do you think? Here is a short clip. Okay, if there is some takeaway from this all, is that you could try to listen to 3 bands. First of my recommendations would be Scarcity with the 72 EDO black metal. Second could be Syzygy, Stoner Room with 10 EDO. And last but not least, the Mercury 3 progressive band with the Spider Milk or self-similar albums. They can be also found in streaming services like Spotify or Tidal. If I'm missing some of your favorites from the Microtonal heavy metal genre, please let me know in the comments. Thank you for the comments for the first video. They really encourage me and help me keep on going. And of course, I know the King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizards song KGLV is also a microtonal heavy metal song, but we'll get to King Gizzard later. In general, I will put them in a rock category, so don't worry. More about that subject coming up. So, take care and keep rocking the microtonal world. See you next time, and don't forget to subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. All microtonal, where we try to hear between the notes.